Today's reading comes from the book of Genesis, chapter 33, verse 10. For to see your face is like seeing the face of God. Have you ever been to a family reunion? I think that everyone has that one relative they dread seeing, at those reunions. Maybe it's because they're judgmental, they have nothing but negative things to say about everyone and everything on the planet. Maybe it's the family gossip who talks incessantly about everyone's problems. Whoever it may be, you can relate to Jacob's apprehension. He didn't want to see his brother. But when they met, it was beautiful. It was like no time had passed and no negative experience had even taken place. God had been working on Jacob's heart for decades. He had taught him to live with integrity while working for Laban. Remember the actions that led to Jacob's fleeing from his brother? There was deception, there was cheating. Interesting, isn't it? That what he had done to his brother was also later done to him by Laban. Here's the catch. God had been working on Jacob, but what Jacob didn't count on was that God was also working in his brother. Don't fear the worst. The same God who changes you also changes others. In this passage, we see the old adage, what goes around comes around. Because he was deceptive in getting the birthright from his brother, he later was deceived when he went to get his bride, cheated on his wedding night with the wrong woman, working 7 years for her, then cheated again, working another 7 years. Interesting, I've said this already in some of the teachings, that as we're reading through the Torah, you have to understand that Jesus too, as a Jewish, not even as a rabbi, but as a Jewish person living in Bible times, he was reading these exact same Torah portions. And so often he would say, you've heard it said to you, but I would say to you this. What did he mean? He was referring to the fact that they just read this portion in synagogue that week. And he would say, well, the rabbis would say it means this, but I would say it means this. And so we have this goes around, comes around adage in this passage. Some people talk about karma and they say what you do in this life will affect the next. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what Jesus is talking about. He's talking in this life, in this time now, that the way we treat others, it will come back to us. And you can see how easily, if Jesus was reading this portion, he would say, do unto others as you would have done unto you. So live a life like that. Live a life where you come to God and you treat people as he sees people, as people of value, as people of worth. So as we read these devotionals together, I pray and I hope that you'll take to heart what is being said and you'll apply it to your life on a daily basis.